There we go. Daughter has arrived. Benjamin. Hugger du träd?
Ja, Elliot vill ha hjälp.
Såg du det här?
Ja,
Det här hittade jag i marken. Det är en gammal robot. Wind protection. We're building a small outdoor camp here. I started a couple of days ago. This is a table. You have a sitting bench, tarp. Oh, that's her axe. At least she took the one she should have. Gotta probably remove these. Then we have a fire close to the home, so it's a good place to be at. You can do outdoorsy stuff, have a little camp, and you don't need to leave your home. Oj, vilket träd, Benjamin. But I was saying, and the goal with this video, I'm gonna talk a bit about food. This is the plate that I brought to the kids for maybe 30 minutes ago. They haven't eaten that much, so they're not really hungry yet, so I just removed it. We have some sausage, we have some bacon, we got eggs, blood pudding, leverpastej, liver, some homemade bread that I did this morning, scones. It was not a success. Too much salt and yeah, basically food you pick with your hands. So if I place this in front of my 1-year-old, soon 2-year-old and 4-year-old, for example, usually what do you think they start by eating? The smallest one usually eats the liver first, or the blood pudding. Like, she's craving like iron, fat, proteins, a lot of good stuff in that food, like kidney food you call it, right? Or stomach food. That is, if you eat that regularly, you don't need that much supplements or medicines, I think. If you live up here in the cold. Then you have cheese and bread. But usually, the older they get, the sweeter things they want to take first. But when they're really small, they take what their body needs. You can have like something really sweet here in the morning, like grapes or clementines, oranges, but she still picks the food before the fruit. But the 4-year-old, he takes the fruit first. Let's see what she picks. Vad vill du ha? Oh, carrot! That means she wants something to snack on and she's not super hungry, I guess. I don't know, this is just a good diet advice from a father to parents or other humans. Like, if you only give them one thing and they're not really hungry or they don't need that or whatever, they will not eat it. So, but if they're hungry and they eat approximately at the same time every day, they get used to that. And my kids usually eat short. Sometimes they're really annoying and complaining, but det finns ju vatten där. Yeah, I think you get my point. Dieting, eating, health, training, whatever. I'm a passionate enthusiast of these areas. No scientist, not anything. I look a lot at history when I build my diet or how I eat. So up here in the north now, winter it's basically here. But it can, from now on, it can snow from any day. But still, it's a really good day today. It's not cold, but yeah, this is the weather and climate. Northern Sweden still already shitloads of snow. So, and I think what we have forgotten with our way of eating and diets and everything. Like, if I, or since I am like a former, I think I'm not going to call myself like a true meathead, because I never identified myself as much as that. I'm not the type of guy who ate like rice and chicken every day for 6 months. I have tried all those things, but that's not really me. I like to enjoy food. I like to eat shit loads of food. Like, on a normal day, I maybe on average I would say I eat 2 times a day. And that is something that people used to doing a lot. Sometimes once a day, sometimes once every third day. Like, the body is more used to eating less often than it is eating 6-7 times a day with all the snacks and everything. But it depends on how you live and what your goal with your diet is. If you want to be a bodybuilder, you need to eat like that. Like, that's how they eat, if you want to look like that. Like between 8 and 15% body fat all year round, whatever your goal is, like, then you need to restrict a lot of things. No rocket science. And if you want to become like really fat and unhealthy, you could starve yourself. And then when you eat, you just eat crap food. Like, so you stress the body by starving it, and it makes it really want to have everything, and then you give it a lot of sugar and fast carbs and stuff. Like, if I don't really see a benefit with that diet, but if you eat like that, you get like the opposite result of a bodybuilder. That's what I'm trying to say. But for me, who just want to feel strong maybe, and yeah, I want to be clear in my head, because when you starve or eat a lot of shit, it kind of messes with your brain a lot. So the brain requires a lot of calories just to function properly. So I try to, at least, even if my body is worn down and tired, I like to have my brain with me during the day. It gets pretty dark when you starve, or when you overeat. You get anxiety, stuff like that. Diet is really important if you think about your cognitive ability. Not a lot of people talk about that. They talk about the body. Fuck the body. Well, not fuck the body, but everything goes together. But I try to eat like, look at the history. What did people eat? And if you are like me, or like a maybe Nordic person who has this weather, and you're a bit outdoorsy and like to spend time outside, your body will start to... Your body needs different food depending on what type of year there is. Just look at how people ate back in the days, like 100 years ago. Before the winter, if you are a man and don't spend every minute of your day in some climate controlled office or something, and walk around home with warm slippers every day, and never really expose yourself to the weather, your body will crave different foods. It will crave sugar. Well, it will crave the same things that my body requires, but you won't feel it as my body. Since I'm out, when I have a day of work, I'm out probably between 6 and 8 hours, maybe more, sometimes less, but on average at least 6 hours every day. On the weekends more. Then And if I don't overdress myself, so my body actually feels that, oh, the climate is changing. But if you have tons of jackets on you and you move from warm room to warm car, your body doesn't really understand that it's winter. And when it doesn't understand that it's winter, it doesn't start to prepare itself for winter. I mean, that's why I have pretty not so much clothes on me right now. Because I want my body to understand that it's winter. And I can feel, if I stand still here now for a couple of minutes, I will start to shiver. That's how cold it is. But I keep moving, and my body is also burning a lot of calories just resisting the cold. So if you want to like get in shape during the winter, as one should, because winter is the preparation time. We prepare for the rest of the year during the winter, so we lift heavy weights. We walk with backpacks on in the woods. We start sweating. We start, you know, hearing the fucking birds in the woods. The winter can be like a spiritual time of the year if you want to live like a Nordic man with nature. Most Nordic men know that. Look at her. Oh, jag ska bära dig. Most Nordic men know, not most Nordic men do, but they know that, you know, on the winter it's time to step into the temple of iron, do some deadlifts, bulk yourself up, eat a lot of fucking meat, strengthen yourself, do the sauna, do the hot bath, out in the woods with the family, grill some hot dogs, whatever. That should be your life during winter time. And watch some fucking good TV show. Sure, drink some red wine. Make a stew, a soup, like winter shit. Do fun things with the kids, whatever. Keep yourself active and out when the sun is shining for like 2.5, 3, 4 hours, if it's even shining. We know that. That is why Swedish people at least used to be very active during winter time. We have super good winter athletes in Sweden, like hockey players, ski cross athletes, all of that shit. That's our fucking game. But we kind of lost it. Or we haven't lost it, but we don't need to fight for it as much anymore because we haven't had a war in 200 years. And you know that sports is very political. Like, it's hard to beat Russia in gymnastics because they don't really play by the rules. And we are such a good, noble country, we should play by all the rules. No, if you want to win against Russia in wrestling or Olympic, whatever it might be, you can't, you know, be fucking noble and play fair. If you compete against someone who truly want to win, you need to fight dirty back. Otherwise you just die. But I died for a good cause. Yeah, fuck that, you died. So you get my point. If you want to survive the winter and don't look like fucking Dracula in February, which you will be doing anyway, even if you survive, you're gonna look like a fucking ghoul, a fucking vampire that hasn't seen, you know, eaten in 600 years, because that's how it feels when you get no sunlight. It's like something fucking pulls the soul out of your body. It's like that type of darkness is like, that's when you start like drinking and gambling and shit just to avoid that. That's why people here up here in the north suffer during winter. Like Finland, beautiful country, strong fucking people. They are like badasses, trust me. But they fucking kill themselves during the winter because they hate it so much. It's so fucking dark there. It's dark here also, but you got some fucking ancient darkness in Finland going on. They had a rough history, you know. We do too, but longer back. But Finnish people, they had a rough ride, but they are fucking good, solid, accountable, polite, trustworthy people. I like them more than Swedish people. Way more than Swedish people. Well, when I say Swedish people, I don't mean every Swedish, but I mean old school Swedish people. People from the countryside, like real fucking people. We are very similar to Finnish people. It's just that the Finnish people, they have more sisu. But I know what fucking sisu is. I know what it is. But a guy in Stockholm maybe doesn't. But yeah, where were we? Diet. This is just a rant. I'm doing a podcast here, but in a video format. This is usually how it looks like. If you want to survive the winter, my advice to you is that you live your life like a Finnish or a Swedish lumberjack in the 1800s or 1920s or raw, old school. Eat a lot of fat, eat a lot of animal protein, eat a lot of like oatmeal. Yeah, these oats are really good.